Anyway, a lot of you know me, and a lot of you don't. A lot of newcomers, which is exciting. Um, but why I chose this opportunity to speak to you is because our company has been sponsoring, been a part of this conference for many, many years, and I've attended it for many years. But we first started out as Farm Credit Services of Hawaii. We're part of the Farm Credit System. We're lenders to agriculture, one of the largest lenders to agriculture throughout the United States. And I represent the Hawaii affiliate. We were Farm Credit Services of Hawaii for over 50 years. And then right before the pandemic in 2019, we merged with another farm credit system, a larger farm credit called American AgCredit. And this presentation this morning is to describe the different products we now have under American AgCredit. I would venture that we're probably the largest lender to Hawaii coffee, the Hawaii coffee industry that's out there. With beyond all the banks in Hawaii, we're probably the largest funder of coffee and coffee operations in the state. We're set up like a cooperative. We're different than most banks. When you become a bar, you actually purchase stock in our bank. And that gives you ownership. You become an owner. And what that allows is us to distribute dividends every year. So we share our profits every year with our clients. And if my clients are here, they enjoy a little bit of a check every year. We've been reimbursing 1% to our stockholders every year. So a little bit different than most banks that don't give you anything back other than collect your interest. We do share in our profits. We are not a government agency. We're not a state or federal agency. We're private, and like I said, we're throughout the United States. And I lead the Hawaii contingent. We've been in Hawaii for over 50 years. The Farm Credit System has been around for over 100 years. And I've worked for the Farm Credit System for 40 years. It's my first job, and hopefully my last. And it's been very enjoyable. So our territory of American AgCredit covers a pretty good footprint. As you can see, it's all in green. We cover a good portion of California, all of Nevada, portions of Colorado, and Kansas. And I think I'm free to say that we're in the process of merging with New Mexico Farm Credit. So New Mexico will be coming under our umbrella. Once we can put out all the fires in New Mexico, then I think we'll join forces. As an association, we're close to $17 billion in loans, close to 11,000 in customers, 20 members on our board, 720 employees, and our net income last year was $351 million. Of that $351 million, we gave back to our customers $163 million. So that's where our patronage share, our dividend share back to the community, back to the agricultural community comes in. So you can see half of our profit went back to our stockholders, our farmers. I'm not going to go over those other numbers because they're not very exciting, but they're up there. We're very diverse in our commodities. As you can see, our breakdown, we do have a good portfolio of vineyards. We do a lot of tree fruits and nuts, and that's where the coffee industry comes in. And this is throughout our district. We'll go and I'll show you just Hawaii, a picture of Hawaii a little later. Field crops, your wheat and corn, your dairies, beef cattle operations, vegetables, forest products. We do timber, timber loans as well. It's not on here, but it probably comes under other. We also finance fishing. We consider fishing production of agriculture. So for our Hawaii snapshot, probably 50% of our loans out of Hawaii are tree fruits and nuts. So that makes up coffee, macadamia nuts, your tropical fruits like lychee, rambutan, longan, those type of things. They all fall into that category. The next big portion of our portfolio is beef. We do a lot of cattle ranches here in the state. So that makes up a big portion. Then we have our vegetables, nurseries, and then the remaining portfolio, a lot of other little things that might be bee operations. We do some honey operations. We do taro. We do other specialty operations as well. So that's our breakdown from a portfolio standpoint. We have $134 million in loans outstanding to Hawaii farmers. That's actually outdated. We're actually closer to $145 million as of today. We serve 283 customers with 319 loans. Those are probably off by about 20 on each of those categories. And just to Hawaii farmers, we pay back $1.1 million in patronage. So we cover a whole spectrum of loans to our farmers. Oops. I've been reminded to point my pointer in the opposite direction. We're very well capitalized. I'm not going to go too detailed into this. This is a lot of banking jargon. But we do have a capital base of 17%. Government requires us to have 7%. So we're very well capitalized as far as a bank goes. So we're a safe investment to be with. Again, I explained to you the patronage. As far as voting goes, all our stockholders can vote for board of directors. They can even run for board of directorship. We hold on to 20 board of directors, and they have a term of 2 to 3 years, and they come up for re-election, or other stockholders can put their name in to be elected. There's also a nominating committee that looks through the names that have been submitted. This talks more about our patronage and how we've done in the last several years. So you can see our patronage to our customers has grown over the years. I don't know if I'm blocking it away from you guys. Can you see? But there's been a steady growth of patronage back to our borrowers, which means our profit has been growing steadily as well. We get our funding from the sale of farm credit bonds. So those bonds are sold over the stock exchange. We take the money from the sale of those bonds, passes through our funding corp, down to our local associations, and then we lend it out to the farmers. So the interest we collect, first of all, goes to pay the bondholders, then goes to cover our operating costs, and then the balance gets split between keeping it as capital and dispersing it to our farmers. It's kind of a unique thing in the banking world. Customer solutions. We have various products. Our main product is probably the financing of the purchase of land. Of course, you need the land to start farming. That probably makes up about 80%, 85% of our portfolio. We can go up as long as 30 years in term on our land loans. We like to see some equity contribution, usually about 30% down. We also have operating loans. operating lines of credit. We have capital improvement loans. For example, in the coffee industry, you might be at a point where, hey, I'm big enough now, I need a wet mill, I need a dry mill. We can do that type of financing. Equipment, tractors, processing equipment, all of those things we can look at financing. Expansion, different marketing opportunities, water development, pretty much everything you would need from an agriculture standpoint. The other key with our organization is we try to tailor your payment to your cash flow. So coffee, perfect example. It may not be good to be set up on a monthly payment because, hey, on the off season, I don't have income coming in. Or during peak season, hey, I'm buying coffee, I'm harvesting, I've got to pay my pickers, but I'm not going to get that income till 60, 90 days down the road. So we could set up monthly, we can do quarterly, we can do semi-annually, or we can do an annual payment. Not a lot of banks do that. So we try to schedule your repayment to your cash flow when it's the strongest. So that's something different that most banks won't do. We also have different products. We can finance stuff like solar projects, greenhouses, those kind of things. In the winery business, we even finance their wine barrels. So, again, we can pretty much provide every service that's needed. We also have a leasing program. Under our leasing program, the benefits there is that a lot of times there's no money down. If we're leasing you a truck or a tractor or in our cases in California, we lease out their wine barrels. There's no money down on those cases. We're doing a deal where we're working with a nursery that's on leasehold land, and we're leasing them their greenhouses. I still find that crazy, but we can do that. So there's that product. We also have crop insurance. So again, and I know a lot of you in here do participate in a crop insurance program. We have Bonnie there that comes down and represents you guys well. But we have our own crop insurance specialists within our company. So kind of a one-stop shop is what we're looking at. Okay, you come in, we provide you your financing. We can also provide you your insurance. And most of the insurance programs are government-sponsored, so they're all the same as far as premiums go, payouts. Doesn't matter depending if whoever you deal with. But we do have a crop insurance specialist with us as well. We also have, before I ended, we also have a life insurance product, Credit Life, that, again, some of our farmers aren't as familiar with their succession plan, and it might just be a husband and wife deal, and they may get nervous at times and says, hey, what happens if my spouse passes away or gets disabled? So we have a program for that too. We have a credit life insurance program for that as well. So we do cover the whole spectrum. It's exciting. We're being from Hawaii, and I represent the whole state. I'm the lead lender for the whole state. We have a lot of unique products here, and it's always fun when I go to meetings and describe to them the coffee industry, or the tropical fruit industry, or macadamias, or anything along those lines, because it's so unique. And I've really enjoyed my tenure working with the Coffee Association and all of you that are clients, and I look forward to be able to service all of you and all of your needs. We can take some questions now. I don't know if this is kind of the atmosphere for it, but if not, I'll be here today until about noon. Stop by our booths, grab one of our squishy cows that everybody's kind of had fun with, and we can talk more. But enjoy the rest of the conference. It's been exciting to be face-to-face again with everybody, and have a good day.